Double it up! Double up the salmon Nutella, please. Let's start today with fermented raw liver taste test. 3 weeks. Alright. This is no honest reaction. I already had a couple pieces this morning. This is the longest fermentation I ever did. 3 weeks. That's a strong one. This ain't like that raw chicken. Raw chicken is so easy. So palatable. But 3-week-old fermented liver, that's a bit stronger. That's a big fermented taste. I believe that's how they came up with the funk music. They ate some funky meat and their bacteria got them all funky, and then they started to do those skibbity scabs. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is not for everybody. Some people comment on my videos, those vomiting emojis, just when they see me eat raw chicken, which I don't get what you mean. Raw chicken, just the most authentic chicken flavor there is. But I can see not many people, like this is some, you need some delicate taste buds for this high meat stuff. I wonder how it's gonna be in a couple months. Like some people eat this after 1 year. You need some primal taste buds for that. That's for sure. But raw chicken, that's for every man, woman and children. Very easy food. Tastes great, everybody loves chicken. Everybody who loves cooked chicken, they will love the raw chicken, because raw chicken just cooked chicken but much better. Taste better, texture better, nutrients better, protein better, hydration better. Social experiences better. Science better. Honestly, it is very enjoyable to eat this. The texture, very nice every single time. I was just googling before this video. And you know, you can always trust Google. They always say the true stuff. I was googling what food causes the most food poisonings. And it was raw poultry. At least that's what Google tried to tell me. Chicken, duck, turkey. Who is better in science? Those Google motherfuckers or base science? It would be extremely funny. We 180 days in 6 months in. It would be so funny if I would get salmon Nutella now. That would be interesting. Very interesting for the science. Like, did I just get lucky for 6 months straight? Was that chicken I ate? That time I got the salmon Nutella, was it only that chicken? That chicken was doing some shit when he or she lived, that chicken was no good, up to no good. In the farm, in the family farm, it was raised with love, but this chicken rebelled. He or she didn't want their love, he was onto some no good. And now I consumed his or her spirit, and now I got salmonella. I was poisoned. The thing is, food poisoning in its freaking name even says what it means. But people think about these germs, bacteria. But bacteria and germs or viruses are not even alive. They are not poison to us. We work together with the bacteria. Our body is basically one big factory of bacteria and human cells working jolly together. We get food poisoning when the food has been poisoned. There's some thing or things. We're going full bacteria today. Rocky for 2 months. Not 2 months. I actually have one bottle there. That is probably like 3 months. I can show you there. This is like 3 months, maybe 2 months fermentation of raw milk, and there is no mold even yet. That's crazy. I'm not gonna taste this one. Smells like there's some alcohol in there, but there's no mold. It looks kinda. It looks decent. The whey and the waters are separated. Now I could get drunk with them. Probably. But I like that, like 2-3 week Rocky for very nice. Very nice. If you have some stomach problems, you need that. You need this kind of stuff. I didn't even taste it yet. Because your gut microbiome, the bacteria inside of you, it's lacking. Or it's the wrong kind. Now it is true that some bacteria work against us and some bacteria work together with us. Some try to make our lives worse, some try to make it better. But these bacteria in the animal foods, it seems to be the healing kind. But for example, if you only eat some sugar and stuff, your microbiome might get a little unbalanced. You start to feel kinda shitty. Maybe. Maybe not. And it's not only food. Everything is everything. Your lighting and environment is huge. It affects your microbiome, your bacteria, a lot. What I know is that's why in the hospitals people get those superbugs, that even the strongest antibiotics. What does antibiotic mean? Anti-life. They destroy everything. But even maybe sometimes you do need those. But there's these superbugs inside of hospitals. If people are there too much, that can affect that inside of them they create these superbugs that even the strongest antibiotics can deal with, and they can start causing all sorts of havoc. And I was always thinking that the antibiotics created these, but to my knowledge right now it is actually the lighting environment, the unnatural artificial lighting that in hospitals it's very bright. That's what causes it. Back in the days I think many hospitals had these sun rooms, like kind of these porches that people would go every day and they would get some sun, fresh air, go inside of the natural lighting environment. So yeah, this is pretty much the worst time in Finland to get a natural lighting, because there's so little of the natural lighting and so much artificial lighting. But my microbiome, it's working really good. at least it feels like it. My stomach is working really good. My mind is working really good. My thoughts are mostly rainbows and unicorns and all the good things in the world. Now I remember at the beginning of this experiment, which was during the first days of that June, I was having some rough time because I was quitting coffee after many years of heavy use. I felt like that time when I started to really eat these raw foods, my microbiome was changing a lot. And I was experiencing a lot of like detox symptoms. My body was getting rid of some stuff that's not good for me. And I talk about this quite a bit in my earlier videos. But all that is gone. It's been gone for months. Like now it's just good times for the mind, for the body, for the tummy. But obviously I'm gonna say some bad stuff is starting to happen. For my skin it has not been the best time. Maybe it's the raw milk, maybe it's something more, maybe it's just that I don't get the sunlight. Because back in the summer my skin was perfect. It has never been as good. But also I didn't yet drink the raw milk. I was eating some raw cheese. The second biggest cause of food poisoning were, according to Google, it was the raw milk and raw cheese. Never had an issue with those. I've eaten raw cheeses for long time, all my life. Never had no issues. And that's how human beings always consumed their milk products before the pasture motherfucker came in, who created the freaking germ theory. That's an interesting one to educate yourself on. Germ theory. Louis Pasteur, I think was his name, who was the champion of the germ theory that's now accepted as our paradigm. I think he also came up with the pasteurizing of the milk. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. But not everybody. Many scientists back then didn't agree with him, and there was this big fight, and obviously the system supported the pasture guy. He was their champion. Wonder why. But the other theory is terrain theory. But maybe it's something in between. Or it is the terrain theory. It makes much more sense to me. And now raw chicken has entered into my terrain. And we are becoming one. Once again. Like we do every single day. I'm basically 33% raw chicken right now. 33 level raw chicken guy. That's base science. Yummy. That raw liver was strong. Big load of bacteria in my tummy. Some new strains. We gotta catch them all and test them all. See you on the next one. Bye.